we will have the latest on FBI's Clinton handled an email extremely careless. Egypt Air voice recorder indicates fire on plane. All coming up next on the Peter Channel, 5 o'clock news, and it starts right now. Time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news, and it's Tuesday, evening, July 5th, 2016. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins, and I have your 5 o'clock news headlines. Top story at 5 o'clock on this. Tuesday evening is FBI Director James Carney delivered a stinging public rebuke of Hillary Clinton on Tuesday, saying that even the former Secretary of State should not have faced criminal charges for using a private email account. She had been extremely careless. Investigators trying to piece together what caused Deep Terror Flight 804 to plunge into the Mediterranean Sea now have another clue. The voice recorder indicates fire on Dune plane. The Boeing, Iowa, the Mega Million jackpot reached an estimated $434 million evident this next round on Tuesday evening, making the potential the 7th largest jackpot in the lottery's history. Baghdad, the government minister largely responsible for security in Baghdad, submitted his resignation on Tuesday, 2 days after one of the biggest bombings in more than a decade of war and insurgency killed 175 people in the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. European academic bodies are pulling back from research collaboration with UK academics amid post-Brexit uncertainty about the future of UK higher education. Comcast X1 customers already can get hundreds of channels along with 85,000 TV shows and movies via Xfinity on demand. Soon, they will get one more channel with a very large library of its own, Netflix. They came, they saw, they conquered, and they walked away. The victorious Brexiters have left their mark, but Boris Johnson and Nigel Farage are unlikely to play in any part of the UK's next decision. Who should become the new British Prime Minister? Istanbul, Turkey. Turkey jailed 17 suspects on Tuesday, mostly foreigners, over last week's suicide bombing at Istanbul's main airport, which President Tayyip Erdogan described the work of Islamic State militants from the Soviet Union. More than 160 people are now known to have died in Sunday's appalling attack in Baghdad in just one day. Different attacks believed to have been carried out by the so-called Islamic State over the last month, the Muslim month of Ramadan. Despite the wave of bombings and violence that normally struck majority in Muslim countries in the past month, Muslims are ready to celebrate the end of Ramadan with Eid al-Fitr. Rio de Janeiro, with Summer Olympics 1 month away, Brazil government and Rio de Janeiro security as violence rises and police face financial problems. Just in Turkey, bad weather is being blamed for the military chopper crash off the coast of Turkey on Tuesday, which killed soldiers as well as civilians along the ride. Seoul, North Korea is increasing the number of threats to the decision along against the United States. Kiev, Ukraine is seeking a new route for shipping goods standing. The Kurdish Republic after Russia placed new restrictions on transit by its territory. The skyrocketing violent crime that is playing in the city of Chicago did not let up over the 4th of July holiday. 50 people were shot, including 3 children, and 4 people were murdered from Friday to Monday. Chicago tributes have continued to pour for Abner McBurr, with a longtime statesman of Illinois, died at the age of 90. Search for the loose ends on deaths of children, part of a violent month for Shelby County. Shantia Garner has been charged with the 7th deaths of 4 of her young children. Survivor Dallin Clayton 7, Talon Garner 4, Yassi Garner 6 months, Saget Garner 3, and Saget Garner 2. Dallin survived. One day after Branton Melt's photo of himself burned in American fire led to his arrest in Urbana, Illinois. The local prosecutor says no charge will be filed against Moat. In New York, oil prices tumbled on Tuesday as traders worried about an uptick in U.S. drilling activity in the UK is supposed to exit the European Union to the global market. Tesla enjoys a reputation out of proportion with its 0.15% share of the U.S. market in German. Musk says production will drop from the 50,000 units in 2015 to 500,000 in 2018. In New York, U.S. stocks have fallen Tuesday afternoon as investors worry about the British financial system. Investors focus on safe investment unlike bonds on household good makers. Taylor is best known for one of the founders of the social network startup FriendFeed and as the chief technology officer of Facebook, which acquired FriendFeed in 2009. Madrid, Spain successfully dropped the GBU-48 bomb from the C-16 Eurofighter Typhoon just last month. The Air Force said Helsinki, Finland. Finland talked to the South Korea to purchase used K9 Thunder 155 Howard as Finland's Ministry of Defense announced on Friday. Ontario, soon you won't be able to buy it, but BlackBerry class with a 7 keyboard has been around 20 years, long before the age of touchscreen smartphones. Ottawa, Lockheed Martin awarded an $11 million contract to provide control system work for the Canada's Victoria-class submarines and land-based team trainers. Alright. Taking a look at local news, opponents of the Northeast Gas and Line Expansion Project after protest efforts at the Federal Commission reviews the controversial project and pipeline marches planned Saturday in the New Bedford area, including the proposed location for the expanded liquid natural gas storage site in Acushnet. Now organizers have announced a larger 5-day march from Weymouth to Boston beginning July 14th that will follow the route for the proposed pipeline expansion for Norfolk, Walpole, Sharon, and Stoughton. Attleboro, a Rhode Island man, has faces charges in an Attleboro District Court after police said he was driving a stolen car with a holiday weekend. Mansfield, police say a single car accident on Route 106 in Perkins Avenue, in which a passenger was injured over the 4th of July holiday weekend, was alcohol related. Not Attleboro, police say a dispute between neighbors resulted in the arrest of the 20-year-old Leonard Street man over the 4th of July holiday weekend. Gas prices are buckling than usual summer by falling the season was on. Watch out for a hurricane threat if a hurricane would hit the Gulf Coast in the future, then gas prices will take the turn up high. Take a look at some local news. Lynn, Massachusetts fire crews were back on the scene of yesterday's 3-alarm fire as there was a small smoldering fire at the corner of the house. One person was killed. Boston police say a man who left about $187,000 in a taxi has been reunited with his money thanks to an honest cabbie. Lincoln, Rhode Island, a Rhode Island woman has donated a rare 48-star American flag that was stolen 2 years ago. Maggie Rogers told WPR that the flag had been sitting in the attic as she donated it after learning that the memorial was still needed a replacement. Plymouth, Massachusetts, a man reported missing while swimming at Plymouth Beach has drowned. A spokesman for the Plymouth District Attorney 2-minute cruise says police received a call from 911 just after Tuesday from a man who said that he wasn't able to locate his companion in the water, and police and fire responded at 3:20 a.m. found 26-year-old Michael Galvin at Bourne unresponsive and not breathing in about 8 feet of water, and he was taken to Jordan Hospital in Plymouth where he was pronounced dead. Limerick, Maine, a 47-year-old man from Massachusetts has died from his injuries suffered in a hit-and-run crash in Maine. When NASA's Juno probe arrived at Jupiter on Monday, returning far from a solar unmanned spacecraft, collected science data about planets, comets, asteroids, and interplanetary phenomena. 2 bonnet predators picked a young duck-billed dinosaur out of the herd while the giant predatosaurus heads and convertosaurs overhead. New arrives a trajectory from Earth to Pluto in the mysterious 2014 MU-69. The object is about a billion miles away from Pluto. The last of 4,450 triangular panels was installed complete with the world's largest single aperture radio telescope located in China's Gilsa province. The Olympics will provide a way for researchers to better grasp the little understood Zika virus. The treatment method may be used for other inflammatory diseases such as Crohn's and Parkinson's. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration on Tuesday approved Abbott Laboratories' absorbable heart stent called Absorber. Device cardiologists say representing a significant advancement about treatment of coronary artery disease. Arizona farmer is still partially paralyzed after contracting wildfires from a mosquito bite. And Nick Connors told the dealers it was extremely terrifying. And now look at a closing stock market report at 5:09. SP5 down 4.4 points at 2,088.55. Nasdaq down 3.67 points at 4,822.90. European markets, DAX down 176.48 at 95.2.61. FTSE 6,543.5.37 up 23 but 11 points. CAC down 71.44 points at 4,163.42. Asian markets, Nikkei down 106.47 at 15,669.33. Shanghai up 18.51 at 3,007.11. HSI down 308.48 to 20,750.82. Oil markets. Oil down 46.88, 2.11. Brent 48.20 down $1.90. And natural gas 2.767 down to 2,000 a point. Gold markets. Gold up 19%, 1358.68. Silver 20 up 412,000 a point, and copper 2.184 down to 3,000 a point. And the bonds. US 10-year yield 1.375% down 86,000 a point. 10-year yield 0.136% down 5,000 a point, and Germany's 10-year yield 0.252 down 1,000 a point. And FX. European US dollar 1.1073 down 2,000 a point. US dollar. Chinese 1.32 up 200 a point, and Great Britain US dollar 1.302 down 1,000 a point. In commodities. Corn 357.5 down 9.5. Sugar 12.92 up 14 cents. Coal 1.70 down 70 cents. Cotton 65.47 up 48 cents. Red rice 10.32 down 13 cents. Coke with 3,066 up 71. Live cattle 113.75 up 775,000 a point. Lean ox 83.3 down 75,000 a point, and FD cattle 144.3 up 1.85. Alright, Beer Channel News on 511. Time now for a spot support. Tonight, the Red Sox and the Texas Rangers squad. $7:10 p.m. at Fenway Park, with data for pass and demand for the Red Sox. Okay, one Major League Baseball score: Cincinnati Reds and Chicago Cubs, 7-5 in the bottom and 8th. Okay, take a look at other sports news. Atlanta Vecina of Russia rejoiced after beating Dominika Sablikova softball Tuesday in the quarterfinals match at Wimbledon. The momentous Kevin Durant announced on 4th of July 2016 were 4 shot years ago before the Gold State Wars command and enough attention for people to notice. Detroit Lions released Steven Tulloch on Tuesday, 4 months after the federal linebacker was told by the team that he wasn't in the plans for the 2016 season. Peter Channel News Time is now 5:12 on this Tuesday evening, and it is time now for a extravagant transfer on this Tuesday evening for the Wild Home. Let's start off on the MBTA first. Green Line B branch. Green Line C branch and Green Line D branch out of the way through a signal for the Kenmore. But otherwise, the subway lines are laying it on the Kenmore Worcester train. 522 is operating 15-20 minutes late between Framingham and South Station due to the early crossing gate issue in Framingham. Please board outbound. Framingham Worcester lines on the inbound platforms at Wellesley Farms Fat Framingham Station until 7:30 p.m. Please board inbound Worcester line trains on the inbound platforms at Framingham Fat Wellesley Farms Station at 7:30 p.m. Havel line train 213 4:30 p.m. and North Station is expected to operate 5 to 10 minutes between North Station and Havel Station. And the Providence train 8:26 4:08 p.m. from Providence is approximately 20-25 minutes late due to bridge problem near Mansfield. And highways. Eastern Connecticut and Rhode Island. 395 on the southbound side. Little so around Route 95 in New London. 95 on the southbound side. It is backed up from 146 in Providence all the way to Coventry. 95 on the northbound side. South go from Route 1 all the way at the downtown Providence. 195 westbound side. It is sold from 44 in East Providence to downtown Providence. 6 characters sold from Route 6 to Route 90. 146 southbound slow around 95 downtown Providence. 146 on the northbound side. Sold from 295 to 99 in Lincoln, Vermont. 99 northbound side. Low server. Route 126 in Woonsocket. 295 on the southbound side, Soren. Route 95 in downtown Warwick. Route 4 southbound, so from 102 to Route 130 westbound side, so from James to the New Bridge. In southeastern Massachusetts and Cape. First of all, Route 6 is backed up from Dennis all the way to Route 134. Then hit it again. Slow Route 6 from 132 and all the way after the Sagamore Bridge. Route 20 on the northbound side, it is backed up for faces to Bourne Bridge. 495 outside it is over the stretch. 24 also around West Bridge stretch. 95 southbound side up go for 120 captain all the way up to 295 and out of Burr. 24 southbound side is backed up after Route 128. 290 westbound side is backed up from Shrewsbury, Route 146 in Millbury. 120 southbound side, it is stopped from 95 to 24 in the Canton area. 120 that's over the Braintree split. 120 in the northbound side, so the Randolph stretch. 120 southbound side is backed up from Route 2 in the west in the Lexington western stretches. Mass pocket in the eastbound side, it is slow run in the western police barracks and hit brakes again in the eastbound side for the Pike all the way after the Logan Airport. Mass pocket westbound side from Newton all the way up to Weston. Mass pocket 9395 and it's slow go. 120 in the northbound side, also the Waltham stretch. And then hit back from Newburyport and westbound side, it is for the Gardner stretch. And I-87 on the northbound side, also from the 3 all the way up to 787. The Canadian up Vermont and I-87 and slow after the people up in Pittsburgh, New York. 295 on the eastbound northbound side, also the Portland Manch. Route 1 on the southbound side, around Brunswick before 295. 95 on the northbound side, low single stretch. Okay, Peter Channel News time. 5:18 on this. Tuesday, and it is time now for a weather report. Okay, current conditions here in North Massachusetts at 5:18 p.m. on this July 2016, and the temperature and we got temperature, the fuel clouds, humidity 60%, wind speed north about 7 miles an hour, barometer 271 inches, dew about 600 degrees, visibly 10 miles, heat index 84 degrees. Alright, look at some current conditions. It is, around the region, it is 75 in Boston, 79 in Beverly and Gloucester, it's 84, Bedford and Fitchburg, it's 79, Worcester, it's 81 in Norway, 82 in Taunton, 7 in Plymouth, 68 in Chatham, 73 Provincetown, 79 in Moffatt, 79 in Zacatecas, Perry 1's in Providence and Quonset Point, 79 in Lock Island, Montauk, 84 in Nislip, 8 in New York City, 81 in Bridgeport, New Haven, it's 84 in Dunbar, in Meriden, and Hartford, and Windsor, 82 in Waterbury, Connecticut, 88 Springfield, it's 86 in Apple, 82 in North Adams, 81 in Pittsfield, it's 84 in Albany, New York, it's 86 Silver Springs, 82 in Vermont, 84 in Bennington, Burma, and Lebanon, King. Lebanon, it's 84 degrees, and Whitecourt, it's 84. Lebanon, it's 82 degrees. Concord, it's 88 degrees, 86 degrees in Manchester, and Nashville, Hampshire, 80 in Hampshire, 75 degrees up in Portland, Maine. Alright, so it's map around the country shows the tree front from the northeastern California, stretching all the way down for the North Central Rockies and Bridgewater with a cold front down for South Dakota, Bridgewater with a warm front down for southwest Minnesota, down for Iowa, pink front stretching around northwest Minnesota, down into eastern Manitoba, and state tree front stretching from Saskatchewan, stretching on up into Newfoundland and Labrador, now the state tree front from Kansas and stretching on all the way down to Ohio Valley, merged with a cold front from Ohio, stretching down to Pennsylvania, merged with a warm front from New York City, stretching at the same way cold front out of there. Low pressure in New Jersey, South Dakota, and followed by with a low pressure centers from Nevada down to California, and Baja California, and another followed by with a low pressure from West Texas and down from Mexico, and a followed by from southeastern British Columbia down for Washington, Oregon, and a followed by from western Oregon down for California. High pressure switches in western Montana, Fort Quarter region, and the Gulf of Mexico. It is 87 degrees out in Detroit, Michigan. It's 81 in Pittsburgh, 91 in Washington, D.C., 95 Raleigh, North Carolina, 75 in Atlanta, Georgia, 91 in Miami, Florida, 94 in Brownsville, Texas, 90 in Texas, 93 in Little Rock, Arkansas, 94 in Kansas City, 90 in Omaha, Nebraska, 83 in Chicago, 89 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 71 degrees at Great Falls, Montana, 16 in Seattle, 66 in South Dakota, 74 in Los Angeles, 101 in Las Vegas, 104 in Phoenix, Arizona, 90 in Salt Lake City, and 89 degrees out in Denver, Colorado. And 93 out in St. Louis, 77 in West Charleston, West Virginia, and 83 in Cincinnati. Alright, let's take a look at the radar situation around the country. Take a look at radar around the country, and it shows lines of showers and storms from north central stretches and New Brunswick and stretches and eastern portions of Nova Scotia, and seeing some patchy rain showers in eastern and north central portions of Maine, patchy rain showers and storms from Virginia, stretching in the Gulf States and down from Florida, patchy showers and storms from north central Mexico down from western and north central Texas, around Dallas and down from southern New Mexico, patchy showers and storms from the Colorado and Wyoming, stretching and up in western Great Lakes, and lands of showers and storms from western Ontario, straight all the way down from British Columbia down the northwestern portions of Washington. And this is lines of showers and thunderstorms northwest of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and such of the western portions of Minnesota. And Iowa, 9 o'clock from central and northern portion of the Rocky for Idaho, 9 o'clock for British Columbia, stretching all the way to western Ontario, and 9 o'clock from Quebec and down to the Canadian Maritimes. Alright, water temperature 64 degrees. Forecast discussion. Weak low pressure over Nantucket early this afternoon will move east and offshore early this evening, followed by weak high pressure from the Ohio Valley tonight. Warm and humid weather returns Wednesday when as well in the 90s away from the shore. Active weather then sets up Thursday into the weekend with showers and thunderstorms at times. Dry low severe weather likely returns early next weekend. Water vapor imagery and NSC MESO analysts indicates mid-upper exits over eastern Massachusetts should be offshore within the next few hours. And this mid-level flow provides subsidistic chemical drive from the top down. This is evident as key into the assets begin to decrease across northern Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire. This dry mid-level air affected southward, so expect dry weather this evening with just a slight touch of a brief sprinkle shower across Connecticut, Round, and Massachusetts early this evening, and otherwise dry weather prevails. Only ever considered tonight as humid air mass leading to the formation of fog, dry post-frontal air mass struggles to reach the south coast overnight. That's expected some touch of fire later tonight as well to the interior valley to the radiate about seasonally overnight with lows in the 60s with 2 points lower into the 50s and low 60s. Expect 60s along the coast. And take a look at some weather notes. Clouds moved up, but a sunny and sticky afternoon today. Heat will bear down and cool late week with a wet finish. And recognize, but tomorrow we are not going to break the 101 step in 1911, which occurred on a Thursday, July 6, 1911. Worcester at 101 step also in 1911. So we have zero chance of breaking the record high. But otherwise, it's going to be a hot and humid day tomorrow. And expected nights will be 59, 69 degrees, and tomorrow's highs 86, 95. And take a look at air quality alert. Is effect from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Wednesday. The Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection Organization and Air Quality Alert extra day for ground level ozone in effect from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Wednesday. And air quality extra day means that ground level ozone concentration within a region may approach an exceed unhealthy standard. For additional information, please visit the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection website at Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. Frank Most of Cusco, about 64 degrees. Left south wind. Wednesday, south sky, 94 degrees. Most about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Wednesday night, patch back up to 3 a.m. was. Most of Cusco, about 600 degrees south. West about 6 miles coming after midnight. Thursday, check your shots at the thunderstorms about to do. Southern storms produce heavy rain. Patch back before 7 a.m. was. Most south sky, 90 degrees. South about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Church patient is 28%. Thursday night, check your shots at the thunderstorms. Maybe before 2 a.m. Southern storms produce heavy rain. Patch back up to 4 a.m. was. Most guys got about 68 degrees. South about 6 miles coming after midnight. Chest patient is 30%. Friday, check the shots. Thunderstorms after 90 a.m. Some storms produce every rate. Patch back before 8 a.m. Otherwise, part size got at 82 degrees. Chest patient is 40%. Friday night, check the shots. Thunderstorms after heavy rain. Patch back after 2 a.m. was. Most guys got about 64 degrees and chest patient is 30%. Saturday, check the shots. Thunderstorms patch back before 8 a.m. was. Most guys got about 80 degrees. Chest patient is 40%. Saturday night, check the shots. Thunderstorms before 11 p.m. Patch back after 3 a.m. was. Most Scots got about 64 degrees and chest patient is 30%. Sunday, punch bug for 7 a.m. was. Puck size got about 80 degrees. Sunday night, puck got about 60 degrees. Monday, Sunday, most Scots got about 82 about 61 degrees. And for Tuesday, most Scots got about 82 degrees. Here's what phrase of the evening. Sticking out a tap and crank up the heat tomorrow. Everyone say you have a good evening with a good bye day. And I'll see you at 11 o'clock for a late night report. Have a good evening.